One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Bearcats ready to go. Thing started. The season. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Boston College's offense will get the football first. Just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's take an overall view of Boston College. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that guy.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Boston College will send out the punt team. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So Cincinnati's offense has the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out. You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep. It's the
ball's out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And when you're on defense and it's wet.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Steps away to find some room. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. And that pass is caught at the 25.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the offense gets a huge explosive play.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got fourth and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll give it to Johnson. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. And the Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Quick handoff. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Line is set on third down. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. The Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This way one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
The Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Golden Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Bearcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The Bearcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Jones to throw. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
My old coach said you never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Golden Eagles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive.
And it's a good choice because he gets it. I think it's a good choice all the time. When you get towards midfield, you've got to be aggressive. It's about scoring points. 4th and inches, I can get inches. I've worked on this. I've practiced this. Nice job by the offense. I like the aggressiveness.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. There's the pressure. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Boston College will send out the punt team. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he finds a hole in the defense. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to...
Turning it on! Bulldozes his way through. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The offense will quickly use a timeout. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Under fire. A shot toward the end zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Jones to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. BC back to work after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got his man out of the backfield. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jones wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Never a doubt. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give out of the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by the team.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Field goal is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we're all tied up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Hot out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Jones to throw. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Unloads to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Here we go. Jones wants to throw it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect the ball.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure. It's blocked! Came up huge in overtime.
You never know how weather affects the kick, and the rain's coming down, obviously, but the field goal unit does a great job getting penetration, getting back deep in the backfield, and then blocking the kick for the big momentum shift.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most.
Breaks into the open. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Man, you played the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive.
He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. Follow the blocking. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like